What's up, everybody?
See, back up and put your remote down. We gotta stop moving this. Okay, Kris, we're ready.
We're recording right now, Kris.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? How are you guys doing out there today? Happy Valentine's Day weekend, and I am Kris.
And I'm Kristine, and welcome to the 76th episode of the Kris and Kristine Show.
Do-do-do! Great, well, fantastic. How are you doing today, baby?
I'm doing good. You're talking in this like, hey, what's going on? Are you like in a Valentine's mood or something?
Absolutely. It is Valentine's Day as we release this.
Yes, it is. But what is your real philosophy about Valentine's Day?
Well, that little flub, no. My philosophy about Valentine's Day is that I do not like Valentine's. I don't like anyone telling me how to love you. I love you every day, dear. To me, every day is Valentine's Day. So that's my excuse for not getting you anything for Valentine's Day.
You got me something for you.
I know I did. I got you flowers. Well, actually, why don't you tell everybody what I got?
Yes, actually, so a surprise delivery to my office yesterday. I walked into the employee break room on my lunch break, and there were 3 dozen roses sitting on the break room table. And I looked, and because I heard a, "Hey, Kristine, I'm here." And I looked around my COVID workplace, aka our house.
Oh, that's the office.
And that's the office, and I saw 3 dozen beautiful roses of my favorite color and type sitting on the dining room table.
What color is that, babe?
Well, I love fire and ice roses, and then there's this like kind of peachy corally looking flower rose, but they were so fluffy. It was beautiful.
Oh, that was very sweet. Who got you those?
You did?
That's right. I just remembered I got you those.
Yes, you did.
I literally, I rushed out of the house as fast as I could, and I ran across town to get flowers for you because I knew I had a small window of opportunity to get you something for Valentine's Day yesterday.
Right.
Before I had to go to work.
Except Valentine's Day's tomorrow.
Well, that's right. Well, today we are here, and I knew today would be busy doing the podcast stuff, that I wouldn't have time to actually do it. So what I did do is I had 2 choices. Is that I can either go to Costco on a Friday.
Before Valentine's Day.
Right, and I know they had a small, like, select section of flowers they had available to pick from on the Valentine's Day, in the little flower bouquet they have at Costco. I mean, Costco's big, but their flower section is kind of small.
Even during Valentine's, I felt that they like pull out all the stops.
You know, they might.
Rows and rows and rows.
They might. I did not know that, and I didn't want to take a chance. What if I went all the way over there, and I find out that it's lots of traffic, and Costco parking lot, you know, it's nuts. And I go through all that stuff to find out they don't have what I'm looking for. Because
That would still be worth it. You would still go in, but
I didn't want to take that chance.
I got 3 dozen roses.
So what I did was, can I tell the story? It's my story. Can I tell you? I went across town to the other flower store, and I got 3 dozen roses for you at the flower shop. It's on the other side of town, and I rushed back because I knew guaranteed they would have flowers before Valentine's Day.
And they did. And you said they had some kind of a storage facility in the parking lot for more flowers?
Right. I saw the girl, I can't remember her name, I give her a shout out. She hooked me up with 3 dozen of flowers. I was talking to her about her, I thought it was an engagement ring she had on her finger, but it actually was a promise ring. And I said, hey, are you dropping some hints to maybe trade that promise ring in for maybe an engagement ring? Yeah, well, he has to. Oh, well, good luck with that. And anyways,
promise rings, okay. I didn't know that guys gave promise rings, like it's a promise that I'm going to marry you, or I thought that's what an engagement ring was.
I think a promise ring is basically like a introductory to the engagement ring. I mean, you wear it on the same finger, but it's like super much cheaper. I mean, promise rings are like $100. Right?
I never got a promise ring.
Right. I skipped over that.
I missed out. That means that I'm due for an after promise ring. What would it be after we got married? Is it like I promise to never fight with you again?
I don't know. I can't promise that. I can't make promises I can't keep. That's my problem right there. So that's why I don't do promise rings.
Well, so was she like flirting with you, or were you giving
a little bit.
Or were you giving her relationship advice?
No, I was just telling her like. Well, she asked me what I was doing for Valentine's Day, and I said I'm not even sure yet, but. And I bought 3 dozen roses, so she's probably thinking, you got 3 dates lined up or what?
But she probably knew you were married. Or
What?
did you keep that undercover? Like,
I had
just trying to, like, stringing along like, oh yeah, I gotta give it a dozen to each of the ladies.
No, I showed her my ring. It's right here. I didn't show her to her. I had it on me, but I didn't like flash like, hey, look at me, everybody, married, hello. No, but
actually, it's your promise ring.
yeah, okay, thank you. But anyway, she hooked me up with 3 dozen roses, and then I got the payment for it. I was like, oh, did I say payments here? Because I don't know if I can afford
Oh,
this.
come on, don't go into that. I'm worth it.
I know you're totally worth it. I'm saying, but since it's Valentine's Day, they like to really jack up their roses.
It's all about supply and demand, basic economics, baby.
No, it's basically they know that guys are stupid and they wait till the last minute. You know, but I got it early. I got 2 days early. I got the Valentine's Day stuff.
But it's like between the first week or second week of February and like the middle of February, it's because the demand of roses goes up significantly. They can charge whatever because they know that you're going to pay it. And so it's not because people are dumb, it's basic economic principles of supply and demand. If their supply diminishes, they can charge more. So they can charge you.
I just think it's because it's centered around a single holiday.
Sure.
Valentine's Day.
Okay.
They know that the biggest day for flowers being sold in the world everywhere is on Valentine's Day.
That's true.
So if you are a flower florist, you really only open up one day. And you're good.
And thankfully, they were allowed to open for
yeah, it's true.
Being open around this time because imagine if they had to miss Valentine's Day. Whoa.
I asked them that. I said, "Hey, were you guys closed for the old COVID thing?" And they said they were for a little bit, and they got reopened and everything and all that. But yeah, the storage unit you were saying is in the parking lot, right in front. It's like one of those like pods or storage pod kind of deals. It takes up like 2 parking spaces. And the girl went in there after I was about to leave, and she came out with all kinds of flowers and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's been cool, so probably keeps everything nice and cool in there so that they have a better supply so they're not running out. But I was just thinking about that. I guess flower shops could probably stay open and justify that they're an agricultural business.
Whoa!
Yes.
Check that out.
I justify anything as an essential business.
You know what's funny is that you know, everything it says, every business can essentially say they're a essential business if you really think about it.
Right.
You know? I mean, you could say that. Haircuts are essential business. If even though they shut those down, you can say that if I'm a salesman, I need a good haircut to sell whatever I'm selling. If you're doing that. So and you really can break it down with anything.
Right.
Really.
Well, speaking of essential businesses and essential workers, what's been going on with you this week?
Oh, I've been back to work all week long, you know, and although it's funny, because I was off the week before for my back injury, I had to come back to work last week and work my regular work days, and it was kind of rough coming back, you know, because it's always rough coming back after being off. And then I knew there was a countdown to this week. Valentine's Day weekend is the kickoff to my first vacation of 2021.
Woohoo! You're the first official vacation because you had COVID and then you had.
No, I said 2021.
I know, but COVID didn't it stretch over New Year's?
No, it did not.
Oh, you went back right before Christmas.
I went back the week of Christmas, and then I went the week of New Year's Eve. I went back to work. But I'm saying is that this year is 2021. It is Valentine's Day weekend. This is the kickoff for my vacation. I'm taking 1 week off. The week of Valentine's Day, the week of love, because that's how much I really love Valentine's Day. I love it that much.
So you need emotional recovery afterwards.
I need to take an entire week off.
Well, that's fantastic. What are you going to do on your vacation?
Well, it's not really much of a vacation when we got to move. What? You're moving?
Yes, we bought a house.
We bought a house at the beach.
No.
It's right on the sand. It's like, what do you pay, 1.8 million, I think, for the place?
We bought it for how long?
We bought it for 4 days.
Because of what?
Because we are moving our downstairs stuff from the floor into the garage. And the reason why we're doing that is because we're finally, if you remember the great floods of 2020 we had around here, so during those floods, the insurance company gave us money to redo our flooring because some of the water spilled into the flooring area. And I guess they couldn't replace some of the sections of the floor, so they had to replace the entire thing, which they paid us out on. Thank you, insurance company.
Right.
So what we did is we shopped around for flooring, and we found a guy that's not gonna get new flooring, but he's gonna resurface or refinish the
flooring? Refurbish the existing flooring that we have because we could not find the high quality bamboo flooring that's in the house. It was like a kind of like a finish over a pressed board is what they do now. It's kind of like a click-in board, and we have to redo the entire house. But thankfully, another friend had recently had their floors refinished, and so called the guy, came out, did an estimate, and it was very reasonable. But we can't walk on the floor in between the coats, and so with that being like the coats of the sealant that they put on it, and there's some fumes that come with it. And so we decided to, since it overlapped with your vacation week, because that's how we planned it, that we would plan a little staycation, right?
That's right. Well, first, the hard part is you got to move everything into the garage.
Right.
Everything downstairs, the tables, the couches, 2 tables, a couch, what's that thing you got by the mirror called?
A hutch.
Hutch. Big old hutch. Oh, and a heavy TV stand I got.
Right.
My big flat screen. It sits on one of those like TV stands with all the gadgets and gizmos in it and stuff. I got to unplug everything and disconnect all that stuff. It's going to be a nightmare. And then I got to bring it
Let
into...
it go, buddy. I've
Well,
heard it 15 times.
Once I get all that, I got to move everything to the garage.
You act like you're doing this alone. You have a family of 5.
I know I do, but the stress of it just blows my mind. And then I got to put everything in the garage, take the poor baby Z out of the garage, move her out, and then give her a place to park. Maybe I'll drive her down to the beach, I don't know. But then move it into the garage. Then we go to the beach house, and we will do thinking about maybe doing a podcast episode from the beach house. If we can, if not, well, it's okay. It's okay, babe.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, so, so it sounds like you've had an exciting week.
I have. How's your week been?
My week has been fantastic. I've been making a lot of progress with my schooling, but would you like to know what the absolute pinnacle of my week was, other than getting flowers from you?
Oh, I know. You did say getting flowers was the pinnacle of it. I'd be like, ooh.
No, other than getting the flowers, do you want to know what the high point of my week was?
Seeing me when I come home?
Yes, that was great, but it was actually, I drove halfway up to get Ezekiel last night.
You did last night, huh?
And he is here joining us in the studio today. So welcome, Ezekiel, to the Kris and Kristine show.
Yeah, thanks guys for having me.
Hey, buddy, how you doing today?
Good.
Hey, is it good to be down here in sunny San Diego?
Yeah, well it's not sunny right now, it's cloudy.
But I'm so excited to have you here because you have been working behind the scenes to get the first Kris and Kristine show podcast video up and recorded.
The cameraman Ezekiel's in the
I know,
house.
he's got the whole setup.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you gonna do with this video?
I'm gonna edit it out. I'm gonna create a cool, awesome new intro from this web browser that you could download called. You can make your custom intros from like Panzoid. You can make like.
What's it? Panzoid? What's it called?
Panzoid.
Panzoid? What's that?
It's a custom intro making. You can make intros for your YouTube channel or.
Oh, awesome! Like the flashy graphics and all that stuff?
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool. I want to do something like that for like my YouTube channel. By the way, if you don't know, we do have a YouTube channel, although I don't really post much to it. But maybe in the future we'll do that. That sounds awesome, Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super thoughtful of you to bring all your gear down here with you, and it's quite the setup. It's like one of those cameras that has the camcorder with the microphone on top. What is it? What's your setup? Explain it to everybody.
So I have a big tripod. I have a camcorder setup with a 4K camera.
4K?
That has that, but I need to buy another card because the one I have only has like 29 minutes of filming.
Are you running it in 4K? Is that why?
No, it just comes in that way.
But you know what you should do? Let me tell you a little tip. Those 4Ks are not.
Finish this.
You guys stop.
First, behind the scenes. First,
Stop, Zeke.
cut, but Kris, how you feel? That's this new podcast, everybody. It is.
To the camera?
And it's focusing. I don't know if you guys could see this, but my mom's getting another thread with reservations. So Kris, I'm gonna go downstairs and vlog. So guys, I'm going downstairs to vlog basically, but today we have the boys coming over, and on Sunday it's gonna be a big day cause me and the boys are gonna buy some toys and review them on a scale of 1 to 10. for you guys. This is also a Kris and Kristine show, but also a Gymwood show. Yes, I got a lot on my mind right now, okay? I got a lot on my mind. So today, basically, but if you guys didn't see my camera yet, this is my camera, camcorder. So basically, I'm gonna get myself some water. My water. And let me put this. I'm missed by the lunch right now. I need to get some water. So basically today, so if you guys see the bottom of me, I'm just getting some water. I'm just getting some water. That's all I just need. Couples. I just finished the water. If you guys want a quick tour, that's Google. Hey Google. Hey, play Juice WRLD.
Playing Juice WRLD on Spotify.
Hey Google, play Six Kisses.
Sixth Kiss by Trippie Redd. Sure. Playing on Spotify.
Money Mike. But if you guys want to see what's in our fridge. Champagne, we're gonna shake this. Hey, if you get us to 2,000 listens on SoundCloud, we'll shake up. Me and Jacob will shake both of these up. This one and that one. Mason will be too little. That's all we're coming find one. Yeah, I keep she swallowing them. Ooh, yeah, she swallowing them. Boy, your chain and solid good so this y'all of them. Okay. So we're about to get ready for our second episode. I was just getting. About to get ready for a second one. Kris, how did
Put it away, please.
I was just gonna ask Kris one question.
Okay.
Kris?
Yeah, just post something real quick.
This is for the Kris and Kristine show behind the scenes.
Okay.
Plus the podcast. So how do you feel about, how was the first episode?
Of the Kris Kristine show?
I mean the first part of it.
Of the first episode of our Kris Kristine show?
No, right now.
This
How?
episode?
Yeah,
It
how?
was fun. We're trying to juggle everything. Got new toys, new equipment. We're trying to figure it all out. They got you in here. I got sound effects I haven't done yet. They're all right here embedded. But and they like.
Could they see? Could the Kris and Kristine show subscribers see?
Yeah, this is Clean Feed, my favorite tool to use. Online descriptions. You can do anywhere in the world. Multiple hosts, multiple guests, all around the world, and sound effects too. Isn't that great?
So right there, guys don't see. There's the sound effects. And are those the mics right there?
What? Right
Those.
here? This is a microphone here.
Yeah, but on the Clean Feed.
Oh yeah, they're here. Let's see here. See, there's three of us. 1, 2, 3, plus sound effects, and it's all being recorded over here. It's paused right now. It's all being recorded here.
All right. So, are we ready to start? Are you ready to start, Mom? All right. Well, I'm gonna get this set up, and we'll get ready to start.
And welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic segment of the Kris and Kristine show. And we have a very special little bit that we're going to incorporate into today's episode in honor of Valentine's Day. We've decided to turn the tables a little bit. So before on our show, we have talked about our love story, but most of the time I talk from my perspective, and then Kris incorporates his little bits of humor.
here. My goodness.
his perspective of our love story, instead of her and the women's perspective. And so, Kris, I'd love it if you could kind of paint the picture for everyone about our journey to falling in love, but starting from before we first met.
Well, long story short, Cupid shot me in the heart with an arrow, and it said Kristine's name on the end of it. And then there you go. But no, being that it's Valentine's Day and it's Valentine's Day weekend, happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there. And I know that we're still in a pandemic, and I can only imagine what that's like to be lonely and not being able to go out and actually meet somebody during this pandemic. It's got to be really, really rough. I can't even imagine what that's like.
Are you sure? Like you've never had feelings of being lonely?
Well, I have before I met you, of course.
Aww.
So when I met Kristine, it was well before the pandemic happened. So it was back in the good old days where you actually could call a girl up, if you remember those days, and actually say, hey, would you like to meet for drinks at this bar or go out to a dinner at a restaurant? You actually could do that at a date, and you meet somebody, and what was a face mask? Nobody knew what those were. A hand sanitizer?
That was the thing that I would do at the face masks, you know, the beauty treatments, right?
Something like that, yes, definitely, you know. So being that it's COVID season still, 2021 Valentine's Day, like I said, it's got to be really weird to be, you know, lonely. Are you even allowed to even send Valentine's Day gifts to somebody, like at their office? Is that like allowed? I don't know.
I mean, I just think it depends on if people are actually working in the office or not, right?
But because of COVID, I mean, I guess you could send things in the mail back and forth, but I mean, how would you feel if you got a Valentine's Day and you were single from a significant, somebody that liked you or something, but with COVID procedure, you're supposed to like swab it down or something or whatever? I don't know. But anyways, enough for all that nonsense. But so I'm going to tell you guys is that how I actually met Kristine from my perspective and our little love story, our journey, being that it's Valentine's Day weekend, lovers. So, well, what happened was this, is that I was on this little website app called Match.com, and if you want 25% off your next Match order, please enter in code Kristine.
Oh my gosh, you're so fake.
Kris and Kristine on your next order, you get 100% off your first date.
Oh, come on now. 100% off your first date. That's enough.
Okay.
No, really, tell our story.
So I was on,
You're such a jokester. It drives me crazy sometimes.
I know. So I was on Match.com for a long time, and I went on a few dates, and I had a few girls in my roster, as you have, you know, so to speak, because when you're on Match as a guy, this is how guys do it on Match. They actually will just get the list of girls, because it comes up like here's your girls in your neighborhood, and you're like, okay, she's cute, okay, hello to you, 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 and then without even looking at the profile, you just say hello to everybody, and then you just kind of wait for like them to come back to you. That's how guys do it. What girls do, they just kind of sit back and wait for the guys to come to them.
Oh, there's so many.
I know. From a girl's perspective, it's got to be just a flooded inbox of like hellos, hellos, hellos.
Right.
Well, the guy, it's kind of like they go out and they just go fishing, and we usually do that, but you got to be. But I was a little more selective when I do go through that, because it will feed you a list of girls like based on things that you might be interested in. They'll feed you girls that might kind of fit your profile, and I do believe that Kristine over there was one of those girls in that profile selection.
I was on your dashboard.
Is that what you call it?
I don't know, I'm just calling it a dashboard.
Sure.
I was on your dashboard of
Literally.
possibilities.
Like a little hula girl, you can stop on there and dance. So anyways, yeah, I got the list of girls, and I'm going through them and talking to a couple girls here and there. I had a few dates lined up. But before that, I was hitting it pretty hard and talking to them girls and trying to line up dates and going on this and that. And I was getting kind of really fed up with the whole thing because I was paying for it, and not that it was costing me a lot of money, but what it was is that I wasn't having a lot of good success. It would come in like peaks and valleys where you would have a bunch of girls, like for whatever reason I had like 4 or 5 girls I was conversation with at the same time, and then they kind of fizzle or whatever, and then I'd have like nothing. It was like my hook was in the water and I had no bait on it at all, like nothing.
And you had a cute profile picture, so that's crazy.
Well, I thank you. So what I was about to do was like, this is it. I had a subscription to Match.com, and I had a certain date when the subscription would expire. And what I would do in the past is that when the subscription would come to almost an end, they would send me an email, and they'd say, no, I'd go to cancel, I'm sorry, I'd go to cancel the subscription, and they would say, hey, on a second, before you cancel, before you, hang on now, hey, why don't you try it again for another, I don't know, like 80% off. And I'm like, well, okay, whatever. So I would just continue doing it. And so this last time, I was about to say, forget it. I'm not playing our games, I am deleting this thing, and I have like literally, I think I have like 5 or 6 days left on my account. Maybe a little bit longer. But I was coming towards the end of the subscription, and I got this message from this girl named Kristine. And I checked out her profile, and I was like, who's this cute?
Okay. You act like I was the first one to message you, but you looked at my profile.
It probably was in the list of girls I was telling you about.
You make me feel special now.
You Match decided to say.
It's the algorithm.
The algorithm of Match. It's basically run by Cupid, really. Mm-hmm. It said that you and I were a good fit according to their algorithms of things that we will have interest in.
And so I think the thing that I've struggled with, and I'll be honest, it's kind of nagged at me in the back of my head over the last couple of years, is like, what made you not reach out first?
I think because I was about to cancel the account. And I was about to just give up on it and things like that. And I was kind of like starting to get fed up with all because you go back and forth, and I had a couple of rejections where things didn't work out, or I thought, I was kind of like, how would you call it, imposter syndrome a little bit with the dating, thinking that I'm not good enough for this stuff, and that I'm thinking that maybe I should just focus on my kids and my career and kind of like put the dating on a pause.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of things going on, I had a lot of things going on at the time that I was kind of like thinking maybe dating for me might not be a right time right now for that.
Right.
So that was kind of in my back of my head, what I was thinking about. So when Kristine actually did message me, and she did say, hey, I like your profile, or something like that. Was it like, you like your profile? Or, I don't think it was a very long message. It was very simple and kind of to the point, really.
Yeah, basically